every time I dived into like a rabbit hole of like stock market, I went deep into the stock market. Now all my stocks are down. I try to like fall into the rabbit hole of like crypto. My crypto's down, and then I see like NFT come up, and I'm like, yo, I've been in this relationship, toxic ass relationship before, man. I don't know if I want to make the jump to NFTs because there's so many influencers too that are getting paid to push an NFT, a certain project. So a lot of the times, like these artists will like be like, yo, I could create NFTs. I just need a marketing team. And then marketing team is like, okay, well, let's reach out to influencers on YouTube and be like, yo, can you pump this for $1,000 a YouTube?
Of course,
And obviously, you, for the most part, like if you're on YouTube, you're probably like a struggling creative unless you have like millions of views. And $1,000 for somebody who just has $500 in their fucking bank account is a lot of money.
Yeah.
And for the most part, they'll take it. And they'll start pushing this art piece and like this is the next up and coming thing, and then people like me or like everybody who kind of wants to get ahead financially is like, sure, I'll buy it.
Are you gonna buy NFTs? I think there's two sides of NFTs.
Buying.
Yeah, but you can make NFTs.
Yeah, I know you can make, but for the most part, right now it's like that digital art.
Yeah, exactly. But people are doing it with music. People are doing it with
like if you're a dope ass artist, you can
or like
sell your stuff.
People like advertising companies go on these NFT banks and they lease like generic songs for their ads. You know, I heard this. Like, there's like let's say you own an NFT. Like, let's say you make a generic happy beat or whatever.
Yeah, people want to use it for the commercial.
Dove, you know.
Yeah,
but they lease it for the commercial. And and they get paid, and you know, apparently it's becoming more and more of a thing.
And I was listening to this like YouTuber talk about NFTs, and he was just like, he's like 98% of NFTs are gonna fucking crash and burn. It's like Gary Vee was talking about it. He's like, it is kind of like the .com bubble. Like in '95, the .com bubble, there was massive confusion because people were like, oh, internet? What is internet? And people were like, yeah, people talk online. They're going to sell stuff online. Everyone's like, what? Okay. And then everybody in the stock world or any entrepreneur who's paying attention to the stock market just started buying up any company that just had a website. Like if you had a website back in '95, you were like ahead of the curve. Now a 14-year-old could start a website like within like 5 minutes, you know?
8-year-old could start a website. Also, bro, what's crazy is like websites like GoDaddy that just buy
domain
website names. Domain names.
Yeah.
I always thought that was amazing.
Yeah, like
how do you think of all of the potential domain names?
No, but
like
use coffee.com. Like obviously,
the Pool Boy Show for sure.
Yeah, there we go. Adele, Kazi.com.
But that's for sure already. You have to buy it off of GoDaddy because they already made the domain name.
They thought of that. They thought of this podcast too. They knew they foresaw this.
GoDaddy is God, actually. He all knowing.
Yeah, but a lot of people did buy it off of GoDaddy and banked on the idea that, oh, okay, I could buy it for $50 on GoDaddy. I could buy podcast.com, let's say.
For $50. And then like the guy who actually wants podcast.com, well, you sell it for 10.
Yeah, 10 grand. He's like, yo, I want $10,000. A lot of people made money like that too. But
you could also sell Instagram accounts.
Yeah, you can do that. But yeah, all this to say that like a lot of these NFTs, a lot of people are going to get burnt buying NFTs or trying to flip it. Or even like dedicating a lot of your time to like try to create a NFT digital art gallery, because this is what people are doing. I think from what I understand, they're creating like, let's say 10,000 pieces, and they're like, this is 10,000 limited edition pieces, and then they build a website, and then I guess they either do their own marketing or they hire people to do the marketing for that website and that NFT. But what's interesting now is that people who are actually trying to create some sort of functionality behind the NFT so that it has some sort of value besides the fact that it's just an original piece, is that they're adding reality-based like packages to the NFT. So it's like, okay, guys, if you're part of the 10,000 people that are part of this community of NFTs, you get to get invited to this private yacht once a year, where we all gather together, and the only way to access it.
Or we touch children with Epstein.
Yeah, with Epstein, because guess what? I find a replacement for Maxwell.
Ooh.
There's a new secretary. There's a new coordinator.
Yeah. With the lunchbox.
With the lunchbox.
You get to the island, you get the lunchbox.
Personal note and everything. So yeah, and the only way to get into this special island yacht party is by having that original piece of NFT. So now I could see the value in being a elite pedophile that goes to an island. No, I'm kidding. But I see the value of like NFTs where reality-based private events and everything is becoming very much so like you need passports to like maneuver through society, and it's going to becoming more and more like that. And I feel like there's a more and more of a divide between rich and broke people.
Yeah, but what do you mean by passport? Like, if you want to go to the private island to touch little kids, you need to buy this NFT.
The NFT thing is going to become like, I feel like it's going to be very reflective of people's beliefs. So it could be like the unvaxxed gang NFT people. And it's like, okay, yo, we meet once a year at this party or whatever, this special, and you need this NFT unvaxxed gang. It could be whatever community.
Because at the end of the day, the NFT is just a code.
It's just a code that
guarantees that you are the only person that owns
you're the only
thing.
person that owns that shit. And a lot of people are like repulsed by the idea of NFTs. And Gary Vee made a good point. He's like, yeah, it's because like we're becoming the older people that are skeptical about new things, kind of like our mothers and our fathers were when we were introducing all the new stuff to them.
Mm-hmm.
And they're like, get out of here with that social media, man. Why are you posting a podcast talking about you masturbating at 13? Like, what the fuck does that have to do with anything? Like, trust me, mama, trust me, papa, I have a dream. I'm going to make it as a podcaster. And they're like, no, you need to go give out some CVs.